Hello everybody and welcome to Japanese from Zero. I'm George Trombley and today we're going to be doing something we haven't done yet on this channel specifically. We're just going to look at one Japanese tweet. Recently I have made the Kansai dialect from Zero course where we sat here in front of this TV. We did 20 fantastic videos and in every video we analyzed tweets. But those tweets were analyzed specifically for a piece of grammar that we were looking for. That probably told YouTube, not YouTube, but told Twitter about what I like. So now all of the tweets in my stream are all Japanese tweets. So what I did today was randomly looked at a tweet, thought this one had a lot of good stuff in it, and we're going to analyze it. Today's spotlight will be a girl named Iwasaki Chiaki. I have no idea who this girl was before today. I know a little bit about English not working. Reset. I know a little bit about her now. She is a voice actress, and I believe she does voice actress work for some SRPG games. I'm not sure what the S stands for. On mobile phones for a company, and she was born March 12th. I don't know how old she is. She was born in Chiba. Her blood type is A. This is all good information. She's 158 centimeters, so she's gonna put her right about here-ish, I'm guessing. Don't know her weight, don't know her other sizes. She likes to, she can do, her specialty is baton twirling and what is that game? Takyu, the one, ping pong. She's at ping, and all those other things. There we go. She actually speaks some English. Looks like she got 3rd level of practical English test here, and she got also 3rd level of kanji. That's what we know about her. Let's see her moving in a video, and then we're going to look at a tweet that she wrote, and we're going to learn the words from that tweet. Here we go. This is from the YouTube channel Fァンキル. So Fァンキルis a game made by this man. I already have forgotten his name, but it's a スマホで遊べる SRPG. Not sure again. Well, I know RPG is role-playing game. Not sure what the S stands for. It might mean anything. Science fiction. I don't know. But anyway, smaho means smartphone. And you can look it up by looking up Fankiru. They're a very small channel. This actual video only had just shy of, just a little bit over of 500 views. Hopefully, if you like them, you'll subscribe. And if you like them even more, you'll buy the game that they're selling, Fankiru. So here we go. This is just a little snippet to show you who we're dealing with.
2つ目の質問はちーちゃんからモラルタの魔王な人格で読んでもらいます。今泉さんに聞きたいこと。ハンドルネーム輪郭さんからの質問です。
That's her.
研究のためじっくり他社のゲームをプレイすることはあるのでしょうか。ぼかして言えるのであれば何をプレイしているのかも気になります。ですって。
輪郭さんよくねくれるよね。ありがとうね。いい人だね。
All right, so we've taken a question here, obviously from one of their fans. She appears to be one of the voice actors in the game that they're talking about. And he is the creator of the game. And she was asked the question, and she was relaying the question that was asked to her, does he ever play other company games to do research? If you want to know the answer, the link will be in the description of this video. So, but let's get to the main thing we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about one of Iwasaki-san's tweets, and here it is. So I'm going to read the whole thing, and then we're going to go ahead and analyze it. So, 最近ちっちゃい頃に戻りたさがすごいです。お絵かきとぬいぐるみと公園のブランコが好きなチャイルドでした。あの頃は世界は優しかった。All right. So we're going to go through some words, and then at the very, very end, I will provide what I believe is the complete English translation for this tweet. All right, so let's analyze it word by word. 最近 means recently. ちっちゃい is small. We all learn that ちっちゃい should be 小さい, but she is a cute girl, and you can say ちっちゃい. Now, even as a man, I could say ちっちゃい to put cuteness on the object itself. I could just say, for example, a cat comes in the room and I say, oh, 小さいね. Or I could say, oh, ちっちゃい. That is not me trying to be cute. That's me relaying that I think the cat itself is cute. So she's probably doing both, trying to be cute, but also when you're saying ちっちゃい頃, which is around the time, when people say 小さい頃, ちっちゃい頃, it means when they were a kid or when they were small. Okay, so she's probably inferring she was cute at the time. Not in a weird way, but just like man, when I was a kid, you know, all right? So, 最近, recently, ちっちゃい頃, when I was a kid, ni marks a time. So she's marking the time when she was, actually, no, you know what she's doing? I apologize. Modoru is the verb that's using ni, to go back to. She wants to go back to a time when she was small. So this is a little bit of a weird thing here. We have modoru, the verb, to return. Okay, we have kaeru, which is also to return, but that's to return to your place of origin. For example, if you're Japanese, you can kaeru to Japan. But as an American, you are not originally from Japan, so you don't say Nihon ni kaeru, you say Nihon ni modoru. Just like a Japanese person can modoru to America if they were born in Japan, but they cannot kaeru to America unless they're living here or unless they were born here, okay? Now, she wants to go back to a time when she was a kid. Now, you might be looking at this and thinking, modoritai I know means want to go back, but what is modoritasa? Okay? Sa, in this case, is like adding a nis to the word, okay? Or a level of something. Now, when we first learn sa, we typically learn that you could take any adjective and make it into an attribute using sa, any e adjective. For example, atsui means hot. If you want to say the hotness of today, the heat, it's atsusa. I could say, for example, let's say today was especially hot. 今日の暑さはすごい. The hotness of today is amazing. Now, it's weird to say that in English. We would probably say the heat or the heat level, the hotness level. We say hotness level, but normally when we're talking about girls. But we could say, if we're talking about the size of something, oki means big, okisa, removing the e, adding sa means the size. Nagai means long, nagasa means length. Hiroi means wide, hirosa means width. Here, we're taking an e, a tai form, which is a want to do form, and she's saying how much she wants to go back. She's giving an attribute to her want. So, modoritasa. It's not standard Japanese. It's kind of weird, but it's not wrong. You could completely do it. So what she's saying is, she's getting ready. She's taking the modoritai and turning it into something she could talk about. What her wanting to go backness. Okay, and what about it? It is sugoi. So her sugoi is her just being cute, making a new word, sugoi. This is not going to be in any dictionary. It's not official Japanese. She's just saying sugoi. Sugoi, okay? So, 最近ちっちゃい頃に戻りたさがすごい. So, the topic is all of this here. What about it? It's amazing. It's great. So, recently, her desire to wanting to go back to when she was young is great, okay? Moving on. All right, so now, お絵描きとぬいぐるみと公園のブランコが好きなチャイルドでした。お絵描き is just drawing. Now, if you see an O in front of a word or a go in front of a word, that's called bikago, beautified words. It's just showing respect to that particular thing. A lot of times, staples of life, really important things, and things you want to show respect to, they put an O on it, or they put a go on it. For example, your parents. You could say parents is ryoshin, but you say goryoshin, right? I can't remember if that's long or short. Ryoshin. Goryoshin. It'll be on the screen. I'll put it right here. Goryoshin. I think it's elongated. So, but the go is to show respect, okay? So here, you could just say ekaki, but it's kind of a respected thing, I guess, when you're a kid, that you're oekaki, right? You're drawing or you're painting. So she says, oekaki, and then we have a and marker here, and nuigurumi. Nuigurumi, a super cute word. I think it's very appropriate to say that nuigurumi means stuffed animal. It also means plush. If you're in retail, you don't call them stuffed animals, you call them plush. So, same thing, okay? To, another and. Koen is a park, but koen is modifying this word right here, branco. Branco, which comes from Portuguese. I think it's balanco. I don't know Portuguese at all, but I know that this comes from Portuguese. It's a swing in the park, okay? Or a trapeze if you're in the circus, okay? So, nuigurumi to koen no branco ga Skeena. We know that ski, you should know that ski is an adjective. It's a na adjective. We say something like, inu ga suki desu. I like dogs. And here we're using like as a modifier of child. This word here. Oh, I didn't have that as a word apparently. Child though this is the thing, Japanese sometimes just throw random English in there. In the Kansai dialect course, some guy literally had a very similar statement, but he said kitsu. I was a kid that liked this. But he said something Skeena kitsu deshita. Now they're doing child. They don't know how to use English. This one is okay. I was a child that liked. That's fine. I was a kids that liked. Didn't make any sense. But watch the Kansai dialect course to understand that one. But here we are. So you can use Skeena to directly modify to mean it's a liked. What kind of child were you? He was a child. She was a child that liked park swings, stuffed animals, and drawing. Right? So that's how you could be a child that hated that, and instead of saying ski, you could say kirai. Kirai na hito desu. Kirai na hito means it's a person that I dislike, or watashi wa something kirai na hito desu. I am a person that hates these things. Okay? For example, I don't like seafood, so I could say watashi wa seafood ga kirai na hito desu. I'm a person that dislikes seafood. All right, moving on. Okay, so then she says, ano koro wa, it's hard to say that. In those days, the way that the TV shows this, it's so hard for me to read what's on the screen. I need to probably look over here. So in those days, ano koro wa, sekai, the world, wa yasashikatta. Now, let's look at yasashikatta. Here, yasashi is the base E adjective, but there's no kanji. Okay? So we have two ways. It could mean kind or easy. Okay? But depending on the kanji is how you would determine what it really means. So this yasashi means kind, and this yasashi means easy. We're not sure which one she meant, but I'm pretty sure she means it was a simpler world. Okay? Because yasashi can also mean simple. So she says, I was a child that liked swings in the park, or park swings, stuffed animals, and drawing. In those days, the world was simpler. All right? All right. Now we have a reply to her that just says, koen, yugure, chaimu, gohan no nioi. Okay? So we have yugure, dusk or twilight. We have chaimu, which is like a chime or a bell. I'm assuming they mean like a chime at school. Ding, 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 ding. Or maybe, I think if I remember correctly, sometimes in Japan at a certain time, depending on where you live, at like 6 o'clock in the evening, a bell would ring and let you know that it's 6 o'clock at evening, and maybe you would leave from the park, right? The koen. That could be what they're talking about. And then we have gohan, which is cooked rice. Gohan means two things. It means cooked rice or a meal. So I could say, gohan taberu, do you want to eat dinner? Do you want to eat a meal? Or if we're at a restaurant and we're ordering, I might say, gohan iru, do you need rice? Right? Do you need rice? But what do you call rice that isn't cooked? Okome. Why does it have an O? Because it's a respected staple of life. It's important and it should be beautified and it should be respected. Same way that you don't say kane for money, you say okane. You put the O in front for it to be respected. All right, moving on. Now, nioi, here we have gohan no nioi, the smell of cooked rice. Now, I want you to know that nioi could be a bad thing or a neutral thing, right? Depending on how you're using it. Gohan no nioi, because they're talking about nostalgic things, pretty sure he's not saying, the park, twilight, chimes, and the stench of rice. That doesn't make any sense, right? It's the smell of rice. It's a good thing, right? The smell of cooked rice that your mom might have made. So how would you make sure that you're always saying a nice smell? That would be kaori. So kaori is also just a smell, but it's an aroma, a fragrance, a scent, right? So you could say ii nioi, a good smell, but ii kaori, much nicer, because the word itself is positive, whereas nioi could go either way. Whew. All right, let's go ahead and again look at the original text. Again, it is 最近ちっちゃい頃に 戻りたさがすごいです。お絵かきとぬいぐるみと公園のブランコが好きなチャイルドでした。あの頃は世界は優しかった。Now I want to point out, I probably would like a ga there because she's あの頃は世界は ga would probably be nicer there. If I was going to correct her, I would add a ga here. But what do I know? I'm just a foreigner analyzing some girl's tweet. Here's what I came up with for the translation. Recently, my desire to return to when I was small is great. I was a child that liked park swings, stuffed animals, and drawing. The world was much simpler at that time. That is Japanese from Zero. Remember, if you want to learn Japanese, we do have some Japanese books available on Amazon. Just look up these words, Japanese from Zero, and they'll come up. And if you like this style of video, as always, let me know. And you know, your subscription means a lot to me, so please subscribe to the channel. And I do count upvotes. And for every upvote that I get, I have a jar that I put 25 cents in. That doesn't make any sense. That's not even true. But if you upvote, I would appreciate it. I'll see you all in the next Japanese Zero. Bye-bye. Hey, thanks for sticking around. I have another video that you might like right here. Just click it. It's probably pretty good. Probably amazing. It's probably the best thing you're going to see all day. Probably. Probably.